السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. بسم الله. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. بسم الله. This is my third video. My third take. The first one I just kept deleting and I just like edited so much to the level where it was botched. The second time I made a video, I thought it's better, but I had like this big clump of mascara on my eye and it just looked so weird and awkward, and it drove me nuts. So I'm gonna try again, and if it doesn't happen this time, there's just no nasib for this video. Basically, I came back from Aza, and as I was leaving, I felt really bad because usually I'm very like, I'm more heartfelt when I go to Aza. I usually like sit down, I read, I'm more serious. I'm more sympathetic with the person. But this time I had my kids with me and I really did feel so bad. So I told I was apologizing, like I was just saying, I'm so sorry. I'm usually better. It's just with the kids, like you can, yeah, I got distracted or, and they were saying how subhanallah al-mal wal-banuna zinat al-hayat al-dunya, and truly children are the decoration of this life. They really are. They bring so much joy and they bring so much barakah, and it's just such an important lesson to recall, that in the midst of everything, that in the midst of it's just such a beautiful parallel about how amazing this not this universe, but this life, this dunya is, that in a moment where there's calamity, even in that same perimeter, there's joy, which is the children. And subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he blessed us with this life and he put us on this earth for joy, for happiness, for comfort, for peace, for prosperity. And it's just such a beautiful journey. And it truly is an honor to be able to experience the journey. I feel like some people, they just need, okay, let me rewind. Some people have it. They have everything. They have everything exactly the way they want it. And other people, they have to struggle. They have to struggle so hard. And, for me, I really struggled. And I don't even know where things went wrong for me. But it's just, like, for me, between me and my siblings, none of them share my struggles. None of them share the things that, like the aches and the pain that I went through. Maybe similar. Of course, we all, we're under the same roof and we all have similar things that we share together, like as a family, there are certain things that you share with one another. But for me, a lot of my pain, a lot of my grief is very individual. And it's just subhanallah how even siblings can live completely different experiences, and it's like on the day of judgment, we're going to be questions for our sins. We're going to be accountable. We're each going to have our kitab, but subhanallah, the same way we are each going to be on our own, with our own journey, with our own book of records, and we make our own choices, we make our own decisions. And subhanAllah, it just imagine that we're all going to be, in the Quran it says that we're going to be unclothed, that we're not going to have any, that we're going to be unclothed and we're not even going to be paying attention to that. And imagine, like in this life, we wear the hijab, we don't want our hair to show, we don't we follow the deen. We don't want our hands or our face to show. And in men, they have their own code of modesty as well. And it's just like, imagine that nothing, that's it. Your hisab means khalas, like you are unclothed, you are before Allah SWT in the form that you were brought to this earth, and that's, you're either going to have the kitab in your right or in your left hand. And it's very powerful. It's very powerful. And also, I think it's something we don't think about enough. A lot of times I always wonder, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Honestly, the bigger question is it worth it to do the right thing? Is it worth it to be a good person? Sometimes it just doesn't feel that way. It really, really doesn't. If somebody's disrespectful to me, why would I go and be respectful? And even honestly, I always ask myself, there was a point where I'm just like, it's not worth it. I'm so good. So good. Not I'm so good, but I never broke any rules, and Islamically, or even, with my parents. But I'm going through X, Y, and Z, and why is this happening? And is it worth it to stay moral? Seriously. And it's really sad that we bring ourselves to question, to have these questions in our minds. And I think once you are even slightly distanced from the Quran, slightly distanced from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you start to question, because you forget that there's going to be a day of judgment. You forget that there's going to be a hisab. You forget that one day that you're going to be questioned. You really do. And so, subhanAllah, I think it's so vital to pray 5 times a day. It really is. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is. But it's also, for me at least, I know that my mood fluctuates if I am not good with my salah. And that's how I'm held accountable, because I can't breathe, I can't think straight, I hate the world, I'm so angry, I have so much anger when I don't pray. And when I do pray, there's just this release that I'm able to, with each salah, I release a little bit at a time. And it's just this therapy that you can have. It's therapy. It's free. It's a way to get you to Jannah. And it's a way to bring you closer to your Khalil, to your best friend, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like, what more can you ask for? And it's really, really sad that we question whether something is worth it. Of course, being a good person is worth it. Because when you're a good person, when you do the right thing, it's worth it, because you're remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything that you do. It's worth it because you're remembering that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing you in every way possible. And subhanAllah, it's so important for us to bring ourselves back to that realization that, oh Allah, my struggle is to bring myself towards you. Oh Allah, anchor me towards you. That's why we struggle. That's why it's worth it. Because there's going to be a time, there's going to be an hour, there's going to be a day where we are going to be in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is worth it. It is absolutely worth it. Always strive to be better. Always strive to do the right thing. It's really, really hard. And that's how you know that it's worth it. Because as hard as it is, as rewarding as it will be. It will be. And we need to remember that our end goal is Jannatun Na'im. But even in the dunya, our end goal is solace and peace within our hearts. So the moral, pray. It's some people, it's very easy to pray and it's just like da 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 da. Some people, they need that reminder and they need that push. They need whatever. Some people need a buddy system. Some people need to write it on their phones. Whatever you have to do, do it, but pray. And I promise you that when you don't pray, you're just gonna feel this faragh, or you're gonna feel this emptiness and this sorrow, and you're gonna be like, it's because I didn't pray today. And you're gonna have so much more clarity. Your emotions are gonna be more balanced. Your thoughts are gonna be clearer. You are gonna be a better person. You are going to be a better person. You're gonna be a better mother or father or uncle, or all the things that you can be if you bring yourself closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you remember Him. And subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, really, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordained salah onto us, it's really not because He needs us to pray to Him. It's because He knows that we're gonna need Him. It's because He knows that we need Him, and we do. Ya Allah, bring us closer to You, Ya Arhamar Rahimin, and oh Allah, allow us to submit faithfully to You. Oh Allah, remind us that our hijab is a beautiful submission towards You. Ya Allah, oh Allah, allow us to be proud Muslims. Ya Allah, oh Allah, allow us to enter the Jannatun Na'im, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Oh Allah, instill in our hearts barakah and rahmah and glad tidings, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Oh Allah, allow us to be among the believers, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Oh Allah, protect us from our souls, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Oh Allah, protect us from the evil of this day, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. اللهم لا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا اللهم لا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا مبلغ علمنا يا أرحم الراحمين. ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما. Thank you so much to watching this video. Even if you are just one person, I really pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened your heart to accept whatever I am saying, and inshallah, anything that I said that is offensive or wrong or something you don't necessarily believe in, please take it with a grain of salt, for I am so flawed and I'm filled with so many mistakes that there is no beginning or end, truthfully. And also, please get closer to your neighbors, knock on their door, smile. If they have a holiday, tell them whatever their holiday is, rejoice with them. In Eid, tell them that it's your holiday. We have to do this for our kids. We have to be proud Muslims for our kids. We have to be good to our neighbors, for our children, and for the akhirah, and for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings. So be kind to your neighbors. Pray 5 times a day. And with that, I will see you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.